Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody from all over the world. My name is Eric F. King, and I have with me today Leah Garcia and Zion Anaguru. Today, we have another episode of Motivational Monday with Eric and Friends. And I am super excited. Today, we will be talking about a great topic, how to build a winning mindset for success. As you probably know, and if you don't, let me be the first to share with you that whatever you do in life starts with your mindset. Whatever you do in life starts with your mindset. I don't care if you are in school and you want to get good grades, or you're at a job and you want to move up, the corporate world, the corporate ladder, or you're building a business, or whatever it is. It starts with your mindset. And that's why that is the first thing one must focus on before they actually get into the strategy of success in anything they do. All right. So we're going to dive into that today. And before I say anything any more about this, I want to bring up our first guest speaker. She hails from California, where it is 4:03 in the morning. She got up early for us to give us a lot of value. She's a financial expert. Okay, so we know her because she is an expert at all things money, making money, investing money, whatever you want to do, right, with money. So you want to grab her ebook as well. She'll tell you how to get that. She's also a black belt, a third-degree black belt in martial arts. Why is that important? Because that shows that she has a lot of discipline. She knows how to set goals and achieve them. And those are the kind of coaches you want to work with. All right. So without further ado, all the way from California, Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. My name is Leah Garcia, and I am your dynasty builder. Listen, we've already had generational poverty. Now it's time for us to flip the script into generational prosperity. Champions, let's talk about it. How to have a winning mind shift in business, right? How are we going to shift our mindset? I'm going to share with you 3 golden nuggets, and that will flip the script on your 2026. If you're ready, then I wanted you to type a 1 in the comments, get your coffee, get your funny buzzy slippers, and let's go. Who is ready? Let me see if you're ready. Listen, folks, you woke up this morning with breath in your lungs and an idea in your head, and at least one bill you're excited to pay. Congratulations, you still got a purpose. And today we're going to talk about something that fuels high achievers, high performers, and my champion dynasty builders. Because while the rest of the world is chasing the wheat, we're about to buy it outright in cash. The average people complain about what is happening on Mondays. They complain about Mondays. Not us. We're champions. We're ready to pounding and combat our cash. How do we show up like a high performer? How do we have that mind shift? Ready? Here we go. Number 1, raise your floor, not your ceiling. Everybody wants to raise their ceiling. More income, more opportunity, more success. For high performers, they do something different. They raise their floor, meaning oh gosh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can
It's
hear
not
you
like
fine.
I cut out. Okay.
Keep going.
High performers will do something different. We raise their floor, meaning they improve the minimum level they will accept from themselves. That's raising the standards. You might hit your goals, but you will always hit your standards. Think of it like personal finance. Most people celebrate when their income goes up. High performer champions, we celebrate when their baseline habits go up. When you raise your floor on your worst days, Your worst days outperform people's best days. Your worst will become other people's best. Your consistency compounds like index strategy. Your growth becomes predictable, not accidental. Your floor used to be chaos, make it clarity. Your floor used to be procrastination, make it preparation. If your floor used to be I'll do it tomorrow, make it I'll get it done now before lunchtime. Champions do it now. Ceilings look sexy, but floors build dynasties. Number 2, choose discomfort over default. Most people live on autopilot. The default settings: wake up, work, scroll, slip, sleep, rinse, and repeat. It's like that financial autopay. Convenient, but it's not always in your best interest. And that's not us. We're champions. We choose intentional discomfort. It's not comfortable for me to get up here at 2:30 in the morning to be with you, but I'm here because I'm a champion, and so are you. The reps that stretch you, it's those things that stretch you. That's where all the gold is. That's where all the gems are, because discomfort is that down payment on your next level. Want stronger relationships? Have the uncomfortable conversation. Want to build wealth? Learn the strategies that people avoid because it's too complex. Want a healthier body? Choose the stairs over the elevator of convenience. Anytime I feel discomfort, I tell myself, listen, I'm a champion, and that's why I'm going to have the things that other people don't. And that's just life charging me tuition on the upgrade. That's all it is. It's just that payment that we have to pay up front and in full. It's like having a rich man's Ross. Audit your, no, oh my goodness, okay. I'm going again. Number 3, I'm almost done. I'm going to land it here. Your inner circle is like investing your portfolio. You won't leave money in an account with negative returns, right? So why would you leave your energy in a relationship that drain us? High performers audit their inner circle like a portfolio. Who's appreciating in value? Who's breaking even? Who's costing you emotional overdraft fees? You need people who challenge you, not just cheer you. And clarity, not confusion. Push you to compound your gifts, not just spend them. Your inner circle should be like an index strategy. Steady, proven, full of long-term winners and true compound interest. And if you don't have those people yet, become that person. When you level up, your circle rises with you and rotates you out. Both are blessings. Let me leave you with this. This is a great quote by Samuel Johnson. Your future is purchased by your present. Every action you take today, every habit you lead into, every uncomfortable step you choose, every upgrade to your personal floor is your down payment on the dynasty you're building. So this week, go invest like your last name depends on it. Let's do it, champions. We've already had 2025 was our time to rise up and thrive. 2026 is our time to get in the mix. We've got to get out of the shadows and get into the comments, champions. So with that, we're going to see you at the top, and I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric F. King.
All right. Thank you so much. It's time to get in the mix. All right. Thank you so much, Leah. And we are going to keep it going. By the way, if you are watching us right now, let us know in the chat where you are zooming in from. All right. I see a lot of people here, but no, a lot of people are not commenting yet. Right. So just say where you are, whether you're in the United States, Canada, Europe, wherever you are. All right. Good to see you, Robert. Robert, good to see you. Sherry, good to see you. Bruce Capers. By the way, Bruce is speaking on my stage in January, guys. So look for him. Physical fitness guru. Makes me want to work out more. So I better get in shape before I meet the guy because it won't look good when I'm standing beside you. So appreciate you, Bruce. You guys want to follow him? I'll learn a lot of tips and tricks on working out and stuff like that. All right, welcome. Let's see. Welcome, Paula. Good morning from Atlanta. Good to see you. Coral from across the pond. Welcome. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Keep putting in the chat where you are zooming in from today. So our next speaker, we're going to go all the way to West Africa and Nigeria to hear from our next speaker. And this gentleman, oh my, he will blow your socks off. And if you talk about mindset, you know why about 30-something thousand people follow him? Because of his mindset. All right, so I'm not going to steal any of his thunder. I'll let him speak for himself. Without further ado, Zion Anaguru, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King. It's always a privilege to be here with you and spend time with you and our amazing co hosts in the person of Leah and Mr. Eni. Thank you so much for making this stage what it is. Just being around people like you just make my life better. So I want to say a big thank you. And to our MVPs who are joining us and dropping in their comment, we say thank you, welcome. And I want you to do something for me. Drop in the comments, I am positive. Yes. Leave the comment, keep coming, drop in the comment, I am positive. Why? Because you truly are a positive person. And today we are talking about how to develop a winning mindset for success. Yes, I can see that. I'm positive. Please keep it coming, keep it coming. We are all positive people in this place. If there's something I've learned about mindset, it's everything you do and everything that happens to you revolves around your mindset. That's why I love the quote that says, when your mind is set, your life is set. And that's the truth. Mindset equal life set. And that's the reason why we have to keep building our mind and be intentional about mindset. I've learned something in my journey as an entrepreneur that everything you see in this world is built twice. First in your mind and then in reality. So you must think it first before you can make it happen. So what are the things that you can do that can help you build a winning mindset for success? One, I'll say this: embrace responsibility over excuses. The reason why most people fail, the reason why most people do not achieve their goal is because they are filled with so much excuses. If you notice one thing about people who are winning, people who are doing well, is that they never put blame. They never blame the economy. They don't blame others. They don't blame their background. So they don't give excuses because they could not do what they're supposed to do. Instead, they only ask themselves, what can I do? How can I improve? Let me own my responsibility. So, for you to build and develop a winning mindset for success, you must avoid the trap of excuses. I tell you, every day, life will give you 1,001 reasons for you to give excuses not to do what you're supposed to do. But if you are determined, if you're intentional about winning, you must put excuses aside and take responsibility for yourself, for your action, and for your future. So, if you want to develop a winning mindset for success, embrace responsibility over excuses. Then, secondly, surround yourself with growth energy. This is very, very important. There's a saying that goes, you naturally rise and fall to the level of your environment. I will say that again. You naturally rise and fall to the level of your environment. So surrounding yourself with people who has growth energy is very, very important. You must be around bold thinkers. You must be around people who are already succeeding in the direction that you want to succeed. Yes, you must be around solution oriented people. This is very, very important. Our environment is key in building our mindset for us to be a winner. Do not take it for granted. Do not be everywhere because it feels good. Be intentional about your environment. Avoid people that drains you. Avoid cycle that is drama free. There are people when you're around them, it's always drama, 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 and trouble. And avoid people who are negative talkers. These are people who drains you of your energy. These are people who make you feel that it is not possible. So surround yourself with growth energy people. People are intentional about growth. People are intentional about winning. People are intentional about succeeding in life. Thirdly, This is very important because I talk about this every day of my life. It's developing a positive mindset, being optimistic, seeing the possibilities in everything that you do. It's one way for you to actually attain success. Because I tell you, people who win face every problem everybody faces, but they react differently. It is how you react that determines if you succeed or if you fail. And that's where having a positive mindset is key, and it's very, very important. There's something a positive mindset has done for me and has done for other persons who have gone through my coaching is this. It helps you see challenges as lessons. For every challenges that comes your way, there is a lesson you can learn. Positive mindset will put you in a place where you are asking yourself, what is this teaching me? It can be tough, it can be challenging, it can be overwhelming, but what is this teaching me? What is the lesson I need to learn from this? That's why having a positive mindset is key. And for those who always hear me speak, I'll say, in positivity, there are endless possibilities. Whatever you face with a positive mindset, I tell you, you are destined to succeed, you are destined to do. And lastly, I will end with this. For me, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I'm proud to say this. One way for you to build a positive mindset for success is the ability for you to have an absolute trust in God. Yes. Because in God, everything consists, in Him, everything evolves. So you trusting Him, I tell you, your success is guaranteed. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and wishing you a positivity-filled week ahead. I yield my back to you, Mr. Ray.
All right, all right. Appreciate that. That was amazing. Thank you so much for your input this morning. This is exciting to be on this call, to hear all these golden nuggets. Welcome, everybody. I see people joining. Eric Doby is here. Welcome, welcome. Sharon Rose, welcome. Oh my goodness, all these people pouring in from all over the country and all over the world. Mark, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We have Calm is here. Awesome, good to see you. Betty from Uganda. Jay Pasquale, good to see you. Oh my goodness, so many people here. Welcome everybody. Apostle Helen, welcome. Welcome to the show. All right, folks. So also I want you to put in your questions. Put in your questions, okay? If there's any question you have about mindset, don't think it's a stupid question or a dumb question. There's no such thing, right? If you're thinking of it, somebody else is thinking about it, right? So what I want you to do is put it in the chat, but put the word question before your question, right? So I know it's a question, right? So question, and then put your question in there. All right. So we're going to keep on moving. We were in West Africa. Now we're going all the way to Europe, to London, England, to hear from our brother in Europe. And you'll hear that he has a London accent, so you know that's where he is. and he's also soft spoken, right? So you're not gonna get the loudness of me anymore. Okay, we're gonna get quiet now. We're gonna get quiet. All right, so this guy, he is known as the fame expert. He helps people all over the world get famous, right? So he helped me on LinkedIn to really blow up my channel, and he helps people write books. I mean, there's a whole lot of things he does. But I don't want to steal his thunder today. I wanted to bring him out. Any Usong, the floor is yours.
Good morning, happy Monday, my friends. That echoes you, right? Most of that echoes you. That's fine.
No, you're good.
Right. Yeah, so this topic is apt for the moment. It's the right time to talk about it. Right. So a lot of people, including me, I thought a winning mindset, a growth mindset, success mindset meant thinking your way to success. It's how you think, right? But I've learned that is how you be. See, a winning mindset really counts. It counts. It comes into it's for based on what you do and how you think and how you be when no one's looking. There's no one to give you a round of applause. See, that's the truth, right? See, a lot of us show up with I want to be, I want to achieve, I want to do, and then when we're behind, the wall, when the lights go out in our rooms, for example, we revert back to the same old selves that didn't give us success. Mrs. Zia and Queen Leah have said pretty much the formula. So I'm probably going to repeat what they've said so far, right? It's having the right mindset. It starts with knowing yourself. So who are you really? Who are you deep down? Are you a person filled with fears, filled with anxieties? Are you a person who thinks small because you fear what you can't achieve? Or what if I fail? Or what if it doesn't work? Or what if no one likes it? If you're that person, then you haven't got a winning mindset, my friend. A winning mindset comes with, I guess, I call it these days, delusional thinking. You have to believe, as Mr. Z just said, have total faith that you are gifted to achieve something humongous. You get to change the world, to impact people, to build the life that you want to live. Queen Leah and all of us here talk about legacy in our work every day, right? I'm saying your winning mindset involves truly believing you can and you will create a legacy, do something that's going to impact people on a big scale. So that's where it starts. And if you say that comes with accepting that you have a purpose in this world, God-given gift, and only you have. And so once you know you have that gift, once you know what that purpose is, I say, my friends, take action. Put it into practice. Implement. Not tomorrow, not in 2026. Implement now. Don't wait. Start implementing. Start taking the steps you need to take to make your dream happen, right? Now, the second thing I will say to you is that, look, you can't achieve greatness if you are a miserable, sad, traumatized person. And I'm not being harsh. I'm just saying it as it is, right? You need to find joy. You need to find peace of mind. That's where creativity comes from. You need to find true happiness. So the way you face the world must be the way you face the mirror. If you're not that person who does good things, who thinks good things, I don't know how you're gonna get there, because eventually your persona will crack. Your true colors will show. Many people don't succeed because they face us on these events or on LinkedIn, and they say, "Oh, I'm a good person. I'm here to help." And then as soon as we're not looking, they go back to, "Oh, I just want to make money out of them. I don't like any of them." They think I'm their friend, but they're not. The truth will always out, my friends. Be that good person, right? Find that joy. Take action. Look, I think you have to do whatever it takes to conquer your fears and your bad habits. We will have to. And God knows we all got bad habits. My bad habit is I don't sleep on time. Of course. And that's just me, right? And I wake up late like I do often, but I still get my work done. And so you have to be that person as well who does what you have to do to implement your gifts from God. And have total faith in yourself. You have to. If you don't have faith, you're defeated already, right? You have to have that faith. Look, ultimately, the reason I learned all of this is from working with mindset coaches. Yes, it matters who you hang out with, but if you have a mindset coach can take you through all the steps it takes to truly implement and apply the knowledge that you need to have that winning mindset. I'll leave it there, Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. Incredible information again from Eni Osang. We appreciate you. All right. So again, a lot of people jumping in. Good to see everybody. Let's see. I don't even see his name. I just see King Property. Okay, King Property Dealer International. I guess that's how you promote yourself, right? King Property Dealer International. All right. So let's keep going. I want to share four tips. Now, some of these you heard before because my panelists are incredible, and it's like they came to my house and stole my notes, but but some things are so important. It's important to actually share it more than once. All right. So I'm going to give you 4 tips that I have learned over the last 25 years in business. Right. So I'm going to shorten your learning curve today. Right. So if you've been in business for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you're going to hear from someone that's been in business for 25 years. All right. All right. So many of you know that before I started studiospeaking.com, before I started putting people on my stages, I was a sales coach, right? Sales and leadership coach for years. And in my sales coaching program, the first week is all about mindset. And I would always get people saying to me, well, Eric, okay, I understand this mindset stuff, but when can we get to strategy? Like, I want to be closing deals, man, closing deals. And I would just laugh and say, look, this is the most important part. The mindset is actually the most important part, right? It doesn't matter what kind of strategy you have. I mean, we're talking about Bruce today, right? Bruce is going to be speaking on my stage. He'll tell you too. You need mindset to in physical fitness, right? If you don't have the right mindset, you'll quit after a day or two, right? Think about how many people get gym memberships. Like, people get gym memberships, especially in January, right? And then they quit by February or March, right? Because they don't have the right mindset. So mindset is so important. So tip number 1, work on yourself more than you work on your business, right? Work on your mindset, right? If you find yourself dejected all the time, if you find yourself discouraged all the time, if you find yourself telling yourself that, oh, these people, now nobody wants to buy, nobody's interested, nobody has any money, you need to work on your mindset, because a lot of people want to buy. A lot of people have money, right? And a lot of people are doing well, right? So always work on yourself more than you work on your business. Okay, listen tonight, pause the videos, listen to events like this, right? Go to seminars, join masterminds, all things like that. All right. So that's number 1. Number two, I heard a quote by Jim Rohn in my 20s. Actually, when we still had cassette tapes back in the day. You remember that, any cassette tapes? Yeah. So I used to listen to this cassette tape in the car, and Jim Rohn would say, don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. And I'm like, wow, that's powerful, right? Don't wish for less challenges, wish for more wisdom. That's powerful, because the problems will come, right? Some of you woke up today and you're so tired and you have to go out, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have to start your business, you have to take the kids to school, and you already had a problem from the second you woke up. Problems. You watch the news, all problems, right? The world is falling apart. Oh my God. It's not. We've seen it all before, right, Annie? We've seen it all before, right? Right? But you have to have a mindset that tells you that you're going to get through it. Right, you're gonna get to it. Just build those skills, like I said. Right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is this one you need to underline it, star it, circle it. When I learned this, it exploded my business. My life changed. I started living my dream life. Here it is. Take 100% responsibility for your actions and your situation. Whether good or bad. Here's what I mean. I think someone said it earlier, not to make excuses. And it's easy, like we always say that, don't make excuses. But here's the thing. If you take 100% responsibility, what's going to happen is you give yourself the power to change. You give yourself the power to get better, right? I talk to people say, well, Eric, the reason why I'm not successful is because I have 3 kids. Now, there are people with 4 kids, 5 kids, 6 kids that are successful. That's not the reason you're not successful. But if you tell yourself that, as long as you have 3 kids, you'll never be successful, because that's your excuse. Right? Take responsibility. People say, well, Eric, you know what? I really want to build my coaching business, but you see, my job doesn't let me actually build my business. Now, if you say that, that means as long as you have a job, you will never succeed in your business, because you told yourself you won't succeed, right? Instead of trying to find, more hours in the day, waking up earlier, go to bed late, find a new job, like those things, those solutions won't even come to your mind, because you've already said you can't make it, right? So that's the third one. And then the last one is this: associate yourself with positive, forward moving people all the time. All the time. Right? People say, Eric, why are you like you're never down? You're always optimistic. You're always positive. How is that? Well, one of the things is I associate myself with people like that. I don't associate with myself with people that are always down, who are always looking at the negative, always miserable, because they'll make you miserable. I mean, you ever tell someone your problem and they give you a worse problem? Right? Yeah, you're like, oh my goodness, if things are really hard right now. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. And they're like, oh my goodness, let me tell you a bigger story. All right, they just took my car. Right, and then you guys are competing on misery, right? So you want to compete on positivity, right? Things happen, but we can get through it. So those are the points I want to share with you all. Appreciate that, Annie. Thank you for the round of applause. I love it. All right, so yes, social efficiency. Yes, thank you, Bruce. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to go around the room real quick. I want you all to hear from all the speakers so they can tell you what they do, who they serve, how they serve you. And then we're going to get to your questions. Okay. And I'm going to start. So like I said, I am the founder, CEO of studiospeaking.com, right? I promote speakers, coaches, and authors, and I put them on my unique stage, right, to share their expertise with the world. Right? Not only do you get to speak in a live event, and the next one, by the way, January 26th and 27th, put that on your calendar. Not only do you get to speak in this live studio, right, but you get the pictures that come with it, the videos that come with it. You get to network with other speakers, coaches, and authors, and a whole host of other things. So definitely go to studiospeaking.com to check it out. And it's one of a kind. It's the best in the world. People are like, Eric, how do you know it's the best in the world? Because that's what I believe and that's what I share. What am I going to say? It's the second best? I have the second best business in the world. I have the best opportunity in the world to speak on stages. If you believe something, it comes to pass. Okay? So stop trying to, tell people that, you're okay. No, you are the best. Someone said, well, Eric, so who's your competition? I said, I don't have any competition. Like, what do you mean? You don't have any competition? I said, I don't have any competition. Nobody does what I do like I do it for my clients. Nobody in the world, right? So that's the kind of mindset you have to have. And no pun intended. I just weave that in the mindset topic. You see that, right? So anyway, if you want to speak on my stage, you can just go to studiospeaking.com, click on the link, book a call with me. If you want to come to our events, send a message to Coral. She'll make sure you're in. Coral, you'll see her here. She is my assistant. All right. So let's keep moving. Leah, let's hear from you. If you can unmute and tell us how we can reach you, anything going on with you, go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Eric. And I'm the number one dynasty builder, right? We don't care about number two. Nobody remembers number two. We're number one here. And I actually host Wealthy Wednesday live every single week at 10 a.m. Pacific. And the great Paula Washington is going to be on my show this week. It's going to be fire. We're going to talk about Encore income. And if you want to learn more about me, you can visit my Biz in a Box, which is like an interactive website. It's really simple, leahgarcia.io. You can also download my free tools, my Wall of Wealth, take my money quiz. And by the way, you can find missing money. If you haven't looked for missing money, you may be having your Christmas cash right there at Missing Money. Go to my website. You can find that missing money, and it is all FREE, which is free and one of my favorite F words. With that, I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
You're funny with that favorite F word thing. It makes you chuckle every time. Oh, okay. All right. You see, we have fun here. Here's the thing. Here's a tip for you, for your notes. If you're not having fun, you're in the wrong business. Like, we have fun here, right? We have fun. All right. So we're going to keep having fun with our good friend, Annie Asong. Go ahead. You can share. Oh, you're muted. I know what you're saying is profound, and I want everybody to hear it.
It's always profound, Eric. Always profound, my friend. Look, the best place to find me is on LinkedIn. So we have just published Paula Washington's the Encore Research Journal. I said Queen Leah, I wrote the foreword. So, so that's my newest success over the weekend. So of course I'm working on other people's books. Essentially, the aim to publish a couple more books before Christmas, and then Paula and I have a workshop to work with people to implement what we're talking about today. Going from plan to profit. So a lot of people talk. Now let's stop talking. Let's start implementing. That's what life's all about. Like you say, Eric, take your delusion of faith in yourself, in your mission, and take extraordinary action. That's why I promote. That's why I preach. Someone called me a transformational speaker the other day. I'll take it. That's what it is, right? I'm not a coach, but I work with coaches. Look, my friends, connect with me on LinkedIn. Say, I'd love to know what you do. If we haven't met already, let's talk. Of course, you can't help me if I don't know what you do. I can help you if you don't know what I do, right? So only by talking, building those relationships can we begin to even consider working together. I'll leave it there.
All right. Thank you so much. And by the way, Zion had to jump off. I guess, technical difficulty. Didn't do it intentionally. So reach him, Zion Enegru. He's connected to us here. Definitely connect with him. Click on his page. See how he got the 30,000 followers. That's amazing. All right. So we're going to go to the questions now. If you have a question, it's not too late. Put it in the chat. And we will address the question. By the way, if this is your first time here, we are here every single Monday, same time, same place. We've been doing this for about 2 years now. It's free. All we ask is that you share this with other people, right? Just click reshare and boom, everybody else will get this. Okay. All right. So we're going to get to the questions. Let's see. I know Carl had a couple questions in here. All right. Here's the first question, folks. What would you tell your younger self to have a winning mindset for success? Okay, what would you tell your younger self about developing a winning mindset? So who would like to jump in?
I'm always happy to jump in.
Okay, go ahead.
See, I was successful when I was young. I was okay. I had a decent job. I got paid well. I built a family. But there was something missing. So that deep down, I was scared. That's a word I didn't want to use. That's why I had to pause, right? I was scared. So I was I know everything was about just fitting in. Stay small in it. I didn't used to talk on stage, for example. I wouldn't talk in public. I would talk in the meetings or one-to-ones, but I wouldn't talk to a group of people because what if I forget my words? As always. That's why I share what I share, my friends. Overcoming my fear, Coral, that's the biggest thing I've learned. What's the worst that can go wrong, Eddie? You succeed. What's the best that can go wrong? You succeed. So might as well go for it, right? Find yourself, my friend. Find yourself. And get over those hang-ups that hold you back. Eric, yes, I'll start.
All right. Yes, I'm looking for my unmute button. All right. So thank you so much. Leah, would you like to share?
Yes, I love that. So much great wisdom in there from our amazing Godfather. I would have told my younger self, listen, just because you don't see it right away doesn't mean that it's working. We are always working in a residual. It's the seeds we plant today take time to germinate. If it's cotton, listen, that's a quick win. That's an annual crop. But if you're planting almond trees, that takes 10 to 15 years for you to see the fruits of your labor. So keep going, even if you feel like it's not there. It's got that germination time. So thank you so much, Eric. Pass it back to you.
All right. Thank you. And I agree with both of you. For me, I would just tell myself, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid. When I started, I wanted to be perfect, right? I'm one of those people that, I would say I'm a perfectionist. And that's really code for I'm just afraid to do anything. I'm just afraid. I have fear, right? right? So I was afraid, like, what if I try this and it doesn't work? What if I do an event and nobody shows up? What if I write a book and nobody buys it? Right? So when you think that way, you won't do anything. What you need to do is you just start. Start before you're ready. Start. I hear that all the time, Eric. I'm going to do this, but I'm not ready. Yes, you are. Yeah, just start. Just start. Nobody's ready. I wasn't ready before I wrote my book, and then after I wrote it, it became a bestseller. I wasn't ready, right? So just start. Just do it, as Nike says, right? Don't worry about all the details. If you think too much about the details, you won't start. That's another thing I would say. Don't worry about the details. Take a step, take another step, take another step, and then you end up finding people that see your vision and will run with you, right? So that's what I would say. Thank you so much for that question. Next question, let's see. By the way, again, if you have a question, just type in question and then put your question in there. Okay, so the next question I saw here. Give me a second. Here we go. All right. Coral says, in the beginning, how did you personally handle the mental load of wearing all the hats? Creator, marketer, planner, etc. Woo! In the beginning, we do it every day. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. In the beginning, it happens today, every day. So that's a great question. That's a great question. Anybody want to share on that one?
Yeah, I love this question, Coral. And so many times people say, well, I just want balance. Listen, if you want balance, go take yoga. There is no such thing as balance when we're entrepreneurs. We got to understand we're going to be unbalanced, but that's okay. It's like when people say, well, I'm confused, and their brain shuts down. No, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to be unbalanced, because that's when you're growing. And what will happen is you will increase your capacity, and then you will be dazzled and amazed, because you'll be able to do things that you never thought you could do. You'll be able to throw the banjo with one toe and playing the harmonica over here and doing the tambourine all at the same time. You will become that one person band, but it takes that time. So great question. Thank you so much, Eric.
Awesome. Go ahead.
I've got that image of playing the banjo with one toe and then the violin with the other hand, right? No, that's no. Anyway, it's a picture. It's a great picture to have, Brindia, really. Look, my friends, I love when you say also that we're doing this every day now, Eric. So life doesn't. The more successful you get, the more you achieve. Life does not get easier. You have to do more. Of course, now we'll have a semblance of a team, but still, there's more for us to do, right? So which day don't we juggle many different balls in business? We all do, right? Look, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. It's easy to tell yourself, oh, I've got so much to do, I can't do it. Just do one thing at a time. That's what I do. One thing at a time, one book at a time. Now, one chapter at a time. I'm saying just do what you have to do, knock out the task one by one, and eventually, like Eric said earlier, when you do enough tasks in a sequence, that thing will be done. And then you can move on to the next thing. That's the only way to be. Never tell yourself, I'm overwhelmed, I'm burnt out, I can't cope. If you say those words, that will become your reality. But if you say, I've got this, one thing at a time, you will have this, and then you're ready for the next mission. That's my best answer, Eric.
And that's a great answer. That's a great answer. All right. So great question, Coral. You said in the beginning. Well, in the beginning, even till now, how have I been able to handle it? Well, here's the thing. There's really no formula, right? You just have to determine what's priority and do that first. One thing I'll tell you all, if you're in business, you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're a full-time entrepreneur, you must prioritize. Think about what are your income producing activities and do those first. They are usually the hardest things to do. All right. So if you have a list of 10 things to do, I'm going to clean my desk. I'm going to change the color on my website. Right. I'm going to have a personal development call with my friends so we can get on the call and get excited, right? All those things are great, but they don't bring you any money. So those are the first three things you do, right? The first three things you do is, number one, I need to call so-and-so to see if she's interested in buying my product, right? I need to do a video, put it online that's going to attract people to click on my link to book a call so I can sell my offer, right? So I would say you prioritize the most of the income producing activity so you can have the income in the business to do everything else, right? So here's the thing. You could be great at operations. You could be great at, your website, like design. But if you're not great at bringing money into your business will just die. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Especially when you're new to business, spend 85% of your time in marketing, sales and marketing, 85% of your time. Don't focus on, I just need to get my product to be better. I just need to be the best. I need to be the best. You could be the best, but if you don't know how to market it, or if you don't know how to sell it, you won't make any money, and then your business will die, and then you'll forget about it, and then you go back just, to what you're doing, to the job or whatever, right? So I know sometimes when I say things like this, like, I make it sound like hard. I like to tell you the way it is, right? I like to tell you the way it is. Like I could say things are easy and just get by, like, but I'm not helping you, right? I tell you things that will actually help you, right? When you're new, you have to do it all. I have a team now that help me with the different things, but when I was new, I did it all. And then as I made a little bit of money, I was able to delegate and hire some people to help, right? But that's it. You have to do it all at first, and then eventually you can build a team to help you out. Okay? So I hope I helped you with that question, Carl. All right, so what I want to know from my speakers right now is if you can tell me maybe an accomplishment that you've had because of a shift in mindset, right? Something that you can attribute to changing your mindset, and that's what created that win for you, right? Whatever it is, that's what created that win. So let's talk about that. Go ahead, Leah.
That's a great question. I used to think getting up at 7:30 in the morning was early. Right? I used to think that was early. I was a sleep-in kind of person. I'm not a morning person, but I'm here. Why? Because I understand when you do the things that are uncomfortable, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, it's probably in the things that you are avoiding doing. What is the thing that would make you most uncomfortable? I love to sleep in, but guess what? I don't sleep in very often. Maybe once a month I give my day a sleep-in day, and that's okay. I love it because when I was just getting started, I watched the successful people, and I noticed that they were in the office, the first people in the office. They were in there before anyone else, and I thought, So I started getting up a little bit earlier, and now I don't even know. Sleep is for the weak, right, Annie? My godfather. I hand it back to you. Great question, Eric.
Sleep. Yeah, of course people sleep, right? I think, it's about finding my energy. I said, look, where I am today, I've done some amazing things in 2025. I say, from someone who was mute, who was truly scared of speaking in public, to doing the live events I do, Eric, to go on stage, to go and speak at Williams' event. For example, these are things that have been momentous for me. In days gone by, so I would have talked myself out of it. I would say, no, you can't speak. Even my wife said it. My wife, she was being funny, but she had a point. She's like, Annie, you speaking on stage, you always stammer. I'm like, that's what you think. No, but see, don't think she's mean, because she was a big part of me going, right. Well, I think what's the point is I had to, you have to prepare, you have to practice, you have to be ready. The big things in life don't come on by winging it. It comes by being prepared. To go on stage, I learned I had to rehearse. I had to know my message. I had to know everything I was going to say, and my time. And I even got myself a Toastmasters coach to help me. That's how you do the big things. To get the help you need. Now get the coaches you need, get the mentors you need. Do what you have to do. Don't try and wing it. Don't try and do it on the cheap. Don't wake up and just hope it goes well. If everything you do in business, once you've done it once, you can do it again. You can do it better. That's how things really work. Now, I talk about something called personal mastery, Eric, where we have to get better at what we do. When you're better, it comes easier. And everyone says to you, "Oh, it's so easy for you." No, it's not easy for you. You just practice at it. You've done it before. Now you know what you're doing, right?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I just see Bruce put in here, losing 80 pounds required a shift in mindset. That's amazing. Imagine that. Wow. I was leading others and forgot to lead myself. That's powerful. Remember I said it earlier? Everything starts with mindset. Everything. And if you want to see him live, like if you want to see him on stage, show up January 26th and 27th. You're going to see us promoting it soon, right? Powerful. You have to change your mindset to achieve anything. Great point there, Bruce. All right. So what I want to share is this. For me, yes, that's right. Amazing. For me, the one thing that really exploded everything for me was focusing on other people and not myself. When I started in business, I just be honest with you, I want to be rich. I'm like, I want to be rich. I want to have a nice car and a nice house, right? And that's what I want to do. But guess what? For a long time, I was broke because I was going after the cash. But what I didn't know is you need to go after helping the people. Service to many leads to greatness. Put that in your notes. Service to many leads to greatness. Is it not true, Annie, that the more people you help write more books, successful books, the more money you'll make?
It's easy, guaranteed.
Exactly, right? For Leah, the more people you help create generational wealth for their families, the more money you'll make. Right? You don't. I mean, that's just how it works, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. So this is high level, folks. We're not talking low level stuff here. This is high level. Help more people, right? The more people that's called me and said, like, I have like 30 testimonials on my website. When people call me and say, Eric, I got 3 speaking engagements from speaking on your stage, right? Melvin Adams called me that day. He said 2 speaking engagements in 1 hour, right? That's what it benefits them. It attracts more people to get on my stage, and then obviously I make more money, right? Or people say, Sylvia Crawley said, hey, Eric, she said, I got 2 speaking engagements, and then I sold my program, 3 of my programs, and then I sold over 300 books. I'm like, really? And then she said, can I come back on your stage? And then she came back and did it again. I was focusing on helping her, right? You have to find something where you can help people. The money will come, trust me. I mean, I get a lot of gifts, right? So my 13-year-old goes, he says, so Dad, like you people send you stuff like chocolates and paintings and colognes and stuff. He said, do they pay you with gifts or money? So I said, no, they pay me with money. But then, they appreciate it for what I do. So then they give me gifts. He said, man, I want to do something when I grow up where I get money and gifts, right? It's because I'm serving people. I'm serving more and more and more people. So that's one thing I would share that really, really changed my business is when I started focusing on people, on how I can help them. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything you want in life. You'll have everything you want in life. And we're going to close up in a few minutes. So when Amazon started, well, maybe a few years after it started, a friend of mine would tell me, he said, well, have you signed up with Amazon yet? I'm like, I don't need Amazon. I'm like, I could just go to the mall to get, I'm not signing up for that stuff. That's just a way for them to make money off of you. That's what I said, right? I'm not going to do that. And then one day I found out I wanted to get something. Someone told me, just get it on Amazon. I'm like, let me check it out. So I signed up and I got it. And I'm like, wow, that was pretty convenient, right? And then one day, one of my sons said, no, I have this project, this science project, and I need to buy something, and I need it by tomorrow. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me that before? We can't go anywhere. He said, we can get it on Amazon. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, we can get it like today, by the end of the day. I'm like, no way. So we did it. We got it by the end of the day. I'm like, wow, right? So here's my point. Jeff Bezos helps millions of people do that all the time, every day. That's why he's a billionaire. He's helping people at a higher level. You see what I'm saying? The same thing. The more people you help, the more money you make, right? The more money you make, and it applies in finance, helping people with their finances, with their marketing, with their physical fitness, whatever it is. Service to many leads to greatness. If you simply focus on helping people and helping enough people, you will make more than you can ever think about that you would ever make in your life. More than your job, 3, 4, 5 times more than your job. Trust me, because there's an unlimited number of people that you can help. I don't care what industry you're in. There's a lady I know. You know what her niche is? Her niche. She's a wife of a doctor. Her niche is helping spouses of doctors with the stress of being a spouse of a doctor, something like that. I didn't say it the right way she says it, but that's what it is. So I'm like, wow, that's really niche down. So you only work with spouses of doctors. Yeah. And she has a thriving business. Why? Because there are enough spouses of doctors out there that need her help. You see what I'm saying? So regardless of what you do, you can help people. All right. So 2 minutes left. So we're going to end here. We appreciate everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Like I said, make sure you share this. Share this with more people, right? On LinkedIn, it's really easy, right? You can just share with everybody that you're connected with, right? I think is it called reshare or something like that? Annie, what is it called? I forgot that. Repost. Yes, repost. YouTube, you can send the link, right? Just share this so people get the benefit that you got from it. Let's pay it forward. Okay. Welcome, Sean. Good to see you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you want to connect with any of my speakers, connect with them, Leah Garcia, Annie, Asong, Zan, and Agru. And we appreciate you being here. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you today. Take care, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your Monday Monday.